have an unboxing today that I was not expecting. I was not searching for this bag. I was just browsing, as I tend to do, looking for great deals for you guys. But this bag popped up, and I actually already have one, but of course I have one that's a little bit different. And I love this bag, so I knew I would love this. Although that said, I still have a couple hesitations, but it's not one I can return, so I'm stuck with it. I think I'm gonna like it though, I'm pretty sure. It is a really interesting bag that not a lot of people know about. I feel like I did a video on the other bag like this that I have, but I don't know exactly. If I did and I can find it, I will link it below. I should really know these things. But it is from one of the big luxury houses, and it's from one of their higher end lines of bags. However, I purchased it pre-loved. This bag would have been several $1,000s retail, but I paid under $1,000. I'm excited to open it up. So we'll do the unboxing. I'll show you all the details, mod shots, what fits, different ways to wear it. I'll also tell you about a couple of hesitations I have with the bag and why, and we'll see if those are things I can get over. I think I probably will. And this is a bag that you would be able to find and get a great deal on too. So stay tuned. And welcome, I'm Autumn Beckman, and I'm here to help you live your most luxurious life within your budget. I post new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those, and so you don't miss my daily community posts where I share the best sales of the day and fabulous handbags I find. Also, don't miss my website, autumnbeckman.com/shop. That's where you'll find handbags and accessories I have for sale, as well as the My Handbag Collection Organizer. These are planner pages that I've designed to help you organize and curate your handbags and your life. The heart of which is the item tracker page. This is where you can record everything you'd want to know about your handbags and small goods. I also have tracker pages for wish lists, shopping lists, temptation lists, purchase lists, shipments. You can track so many things. And I have a few different pages that are designed to help you figure out how and how often you're using your items, but figuring that out in different ways. Plus, I have calendar pages in a variety of formats so you can find what works best for you, and so much more. Let's get into this box. I have already pre-opened it, and I ordered this from The RealReal. I look there every day and I heart things that I can put in community posts for you guys, and every once in a while I come across something that is too good to pass up for myself. And this is one of those bags. And this is one that I found with their First Look program, which you pay, I think it's $12 a month. Pull this out now. Are we ready? I think we are. Here we go. Okay, it looks a little boring from that angle, right? This is the Fendi Lay bag. It's part of their Galleria line, which if you have been watching my channel for a while and you've seen my Fendi Galleria videos, you know the Galleria leather is my favorite. It is so smushy and beautiful and wonderful and exquisite, and I can't say enough nice things about their Galleria leather. The Lay bag, for me, it's like an alternative to the puzzle bag. I've always wanted a Loewe puzzle bag, but I haven't wanted to spend the prices, and I also feel like the opening might get in my way. This opening is better, I'll show you. But it is a boxy in shape, but very smushy, squishy bag. So let's look around the thing, because there's some important details here. Right now, it just looks like kind of a beige bag. Not much to it, not that interesting. However, I'm going to bring it closer. So there's the front, and you can see it has these little 3 metal pieces, and then it says Fendi Roma debossed. That's indicative of the Galleria line. But you also see on the edges here, we have these silver rivets and this black lacing. So this is the version of the Lay bag called the Lace Up. And I love that sag in the middle. That's so nice. But look at this. That's special. But also, let's start turning the bag. And what? We have color blocking. So this is, I don't know the official names of these colors since I got it pre-loved, but that is like a saddle color, a saddle brown. It has this clochette thing, and inside there is a silver metal, looks like a split ring. Can we pull that out? There you go. So that's what's in there. So front, let's do a whole spin. There's the side. You see the zipper extends down the side. It has this snap that you can undo. You can leave that open or you can snap it up. And then we go to the back. Nothing happening back there except some good slouch. And let's get back in focus. There's the other side. The front again, the bottom, no feet. And the top, we see you have this zipper with 2 zipper pulls, and those have the Cellaria tabs on them with the stitching. It's so pretty. By the way, the Cellaria bags, if you don't know, they are all hand stitched. These bags are made by hand, not on machines, and they're amazing and gorgeous. And that's part of the reason they're so expensive at Fendi. So here is the top handle, just lovely and padded and comfortable. This is great for handheld or crook of the arm. We'll do mod shots in a minute. And let's look inside. This is reminding me of my friend Dale from Dale's Addiction, because she says squishy delishy, and that's exactly what comes to mind with this bag and this leather. So when we look inside, we have a couple things. There's a strap, we'll look at that in a second. And then we have the big open interior. There are 2 slip pockets here. Those are on the back side of the bag. And then when we turn that around, we have a zipped pocket there. And we have the sterling silver Fendi Cellaria plate, which says Roma, Italia, Fendi Cellaria, Stefan Italian, a serial number, and 1925 at the bottom there, which is when the Cellaria line was started. It also says made in Italy, and oh, that one says sterling, that stamp over there. Like I said, I do already have one of these bags. I have this one. It's exactly the same bag, but a different color. This light blue is called Nube, N-U-B-E, but it's not the lace-up version. It's the regular one that doesn't have the laces on the side. And one of my hesitations about getting another one of these lay bags is that there's a problem with this one. And that is that the zipper here has oxidized, I think, and it's made it pretty difficult to zip this bag open or closed. It's actually a lot easier than it was when I first got the bag, because I cleaned it with some Brasso. I don't know if that was the right thing to use on this material, but I did. And I also ran wax paper over it. I also got a stick of like a beeswax thing. I'll see if I can find it and link it below, but I don't think I've used it on here yet, and that would probably help a lot. And because that's so difficult to use, I haven't used this bag very much, but when I have used it, despite that zipper, I love this bag so much. And it also includes a strap. This strap is that blue Nube color on both sides. And this bag came with paperwork, and this card here confirms that indeed the color is called Nube. It's the lay bag, Curio. I looked up how to pronounce that, now I forget. I think it's Curio, maybe, Romanos Nube. That's the leather. And then this has information about the origin of the Cellaria line. So that's interesting. And then this little card is care instructions. Now let's take a peek at the strap on this bag. As you can see, this one is actually 2 colors. It's the brown saddle color on one side and then black on the other side. And that's because of the color blocking. So you can wear it either way, which is really nice. And one of the great things about Fendi too is they have all kinds of extra accessories that you can add to your bags, like a lot of different really cool straps. And I've already been looking at some other straps that I'd be able to use on either of these bags. So we'll see if I end up with one. Even on the Preloved market, they're still pricey. It's hard for me to justify spending several $100s on a strap, but we'll see. Someday maybe. Okay, mod shots. I can carry this in my hand. More likely, I would be carrying it on the crook of my arm like this. I feel like when I've carried the blue one, that's what I've done. But that would look like that. Very comfortable strap to do that with. Or of course you could attach the shoulder strap here. This is not a crossbody strap, it's just a shoulder strap. It has snap hooks to attach to the rectangular rings where the handle is attached. And here's how it would look with the brown strap on the outside, and then here is how it would look with the black one. Since I'm wearing black right now, I will put it on the brown strap so you can see it a little better. And this strap is not adjustable. It would sit right here on me. That's a great length for a shoulder strap where the bag sits right on my hip. Let's see if I can get this crossbody. I can, but then the strap is right up in uncomfortable places. Now in terms of what fits, I'm not going to fill it with things to see how much fits. What I'm going to do is show you some things in comparison to the bag so you'll know what kinds of things you would be able to fit in here. So a laptop or an iPad Pro, not gonna fit, that's too big. However, a mini iPad would definitely fit in there very easily. A Louis Vuitton Agenda GM, let's see, I don't think that's gonna fit very well. I think I'll be able to get it in there, but Let's see. Okay, yeah, it fits. I can get it in. It kind of has to be diagonal a little bit, but I would be able to zip that up in there. And that's A5 size. A pochette accessoire from Louis Vuitton. That would definitely fit in here. And just in case you need me to prove it, I will put it in there. It's in there. You could fit a water bottle if you have one that's secure enough to lay down, or a small one that stands up. I'm looking around to see what else I might be able to fit in here. I could do a how many Labubu could you fit in the Fendi Lay bag, but I won't. Obviously your phone's gonna fit in here. I feel like that's about it. Like if you can fit those things, which are pretty big, you can fit just about anything in this bag, except a laptop. And I guess one more thing I could show you. Here's how the bag looks with these side zipper things snapped. And then if I unsnap them, here's how it looks with them unsnapped. Sometimes those will stick out a little bit when you're carrying it. So if you like a more unbuttoned look, you have that option. You also have the option to put a Labubu on your bag if you would like to. I think they'd end up hanging off the side here. Or any other bag charm, because they have these ring things on the ends there. Very good bag for bag charms. And if you would like to know more about Labubu, everything you could ever know about Labubu, I have a video that I put out earlier this week that completely bombed when I put it out, but that's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. If you are interested, go watch that video. I'll have it linked below, but clearly you're not. Oh, another one of my concerns about this was this color. I thought it might be too close to, let me grab this bag. I thought it might be too close to my Peekaboo, which is also a Celeria bag, but it's not. They're different. You can see that. This is more of a warm taupey color, and this is more yellowy. I prefer this one, but this looks good with the combination, the color blocking and everything, and that'll go with all kinds of things. Also, I had a Coach tabby bag that was color blocked, and I sold it, even though it was beautiful and I loved it, but I never wore it because of the color blocking. But I think that had to do with a lot of the color being white, and I don't wear white bags. So I'm hoping that the color blocking on this won't be a deterrent. I found it hard to style the other one, but I think this will be a lot easier. I think this goes better with my wardrobe. I'll find out. Again, highly recommend these. The Fendi Lay, forgot to say this earlier, was introduced in 2016. They have the regular version, the lace-up version, and I've seen some in exotic leathers. They're not the easiest bag to find on the Preloved market, but they're not that difficult either. The challenge is usually just finding the one that's right for you and the right price point. They're usually under $1,000. And any of the lay bags that I can find will be linked below as well, so you can shop easily, quickly, conveniently there instead of having to research all over the internet. It's all right there for you. So go check it out. And while you're down there, check out my website, autumnbeckman.com/shop for handbags, accessories, and planner pages. And while you're down there, go down a little farther to the comment section and leave me a comment about Fendi or Celeria or Fendi lay bags or something to do with this video, because I'd appreciate it. I like hearing from you guys when you're nice. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.